This is Dal Houston, and I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel. My videos address how to change your circumstances in life, whether they be financial, personal, social, or just life in general. I know there are hundreds, if not thousands, of similar sites. With that said, for better or worse, I just see the world differently than others, and I can tell you without any hesitancy that you will find thoughts, strategies, and ideas here you won't find anywhere else. It is my sincere hope you will find the content interesting and enjoyable. Thank you. Hey guys, Dal here this morning. I want to talk about this morning is self-awareness. If you're going to change your life, change your views on the world, change how you see the world, how you interact with the world, one of the things you got to be is self-aware. What is your real view of the world? And acknowledge those aspects of your life that don't fit in with your ultimate image of what the world is or should be, or how you should be fitting in this. Now, I've talked about this before. I give this kind of apology or warning in advance. I'm going to talk a little bit about my dad this morning. I love my dad. My dad's 92. He's in the nursing home. So certainly I love him very, very much and respect him very much. He was a good dad and he had the best of intentions. But being around him, I learned a lot of not so much him saying, Dal, you do this, you do that, as seeing what he said he wanted to do and never did do. If that makes sense, or seeing his behavior that I said last night, that is not a helpful behavior to have. Okay, doesn't mean I don't love him, doesn't mean I don't respect him, but I do use that example in my life, and I'm going to pass it on to you. I remember many a time as my grandfather got older. I was very close to my grandfather, and my grandfather got old and ill, and my dad saying to me, you know, when I get that age, I certainly don't want to be that way. I'm going to do everything I can to not be that way. Okay, and that makes sense. But the problem is, he was already on that trajectory to do that, and anyone looking at him knew that to in fact be the case, which meant that if he was going to change that trajectory, he was going to have to change how he saw the world, how he interacted with the world, and everything else. So I remember a few times he would say something negative, say something why something couldn't be done, why you couldn't do this, why it shouldn't be done, whatever. And occasionally I would remind him, Dad, you know, you remember, you know, a week ago you said you didn't want to be like Grandpa when you got that age. You know, if you don't broaden your horizon, broaden your way of thinking, that's where you're going to be. Oh, I don't think that way. So he just had this wall built up that this, we'll say, is negative behavior. My dad was a very pessimistic person. He just looked at the world and thought the advantages of the world were stacked against him. Okay? Yeah, other people, I could see other people starting this business and doing well with it, but not for us. There's some kind of magical force holding us back. Just, you can't do it. It's impossible. And you'd say, Dad, you know, hey, you told me yesterday, you told me a week ago, you know, all this other stuff. But yet, he couldn't see it. He was unself-aware. As he got older, we would take him to the doctor's office. Now, obviously, by the mere fact of taking him to the doctor's office is telling you something, okay? And he would see people there that was in his shape or a little worse, and then we get to the car. I don't want to be like that when I get old. Well, first, you are that age, and second, that you are already in that condition. But it was so weird that he could not see that. He saw himself as something else. Now, before that, he had knee surgery, and actually he was relatively in shape. his knee was bothering him, and they said, you're gonna have to work out. And we would be, yeah, after, you know, do your workouts and, you know, keep that knee strong and get it strong. And he just would refuse to do so. And my mother and I would talk to him and say, Dad, you know, oh, I exercise. Well, we know he didn't exercise. He was just making it up. Now, whether he really believed it, and I'm not sure he didn't, that he had convinced himself that maybe walking to the bathroom a couple times a day was in fact working it out, but it wasn't, or whether he was just saying that. And I don't say that facetiously. I really don't know if he had such a wall up that he couldn't understand that that wasn't, or if he was just saying that to get Mom and I off his back. And again, I'm not joking about that. You know, you could say some people, oh, well, they know that, but I just really don't know that with my dad in this situation. So the bottom line is, he is in the situation that he said he didn't want to find himself in. And I understand there may be circumstances, no matter how hard you work and how much you try, you just may end up there. Okay, and it's just the way it is. But if you've made that decision that I don't want to be like this, and that is a big thing, and it's just not talk. To change that, you got to become self-aware, and often, I know with me, I find myself occasionally thinking negative or looking at something up, and then get, oh well, I can't do that because of this. Or I've always been a shy person. I had to reanalyze what my behavior was. It wasn't that I wasn't shy and was afraid to talk to people. That it was honestly, I found a lot of conversation, especially small talk, boring. Okay. And I don't mean rechanging your script to fit you. You've got to really look inside yourself and know what it is that's triggering you or not. And so I occasionally find myself thinking negatively, and I'm like, whoa, this is not going to take you anywhere. And while it still may have been a part of me and the way I spent a lot of my life thinking, I've got to change that. I'm self-aware, rather than just saying this blanket statement, oh, I'm a positive person, I don't think that way. Bullshit, I do occasionally. And I monitor that, and I catch myself doing that. But sometimes it's very hurtful. And this is just a personal story within each of us. And that is when you find yourself thinking some big, deep, dark thought. Oh, I'm a loser. I'm this, I'm that. I can't do this. I'm not intelligent enough. I'm not outgoing enough. The world's stacked against me. So stop it and say, whoa, I'm self-aware. This is bullshit talk. And maybe I believe that the majority of my life, but this is not good. And this is why I am where I am today, is because of bullshit talk. And if I'm gonna change my life, I gotta stop that right now. So anyway, guys, be self-aware. It's easy to say, it's much harder to do. And really monitor yourself when you catch yourself doing it. Guys, appreciate it. Hope you enjoy it. Talk to you later.